What's up, everybody? Back for another beer review, and today I will be reviewing a beer from Cigar City Brewing. They're out of Tampa, Florida, and this is their Caffè Americano. So they're calling this a double stout that is brewed with coffee and vanilla. Comes in at 12% alcohol by volume, 80 IBUs at the time of review. I have no idea how old this is because there is no bottled on date, but this just showed up in the West New York area, so it's probably pretty fresh. And yeah, I cannot wait to get into this one. I've heard really good things about this one for like the past 3 or 4 years. And we started getting Cigar City in the area over the past year or so. And when this showed up, I was like, I definitely got to grab it. So on the side here it says, bold and dark traditional Caffè Americano is made by adding water to espresso. Bold and dark Cigar City Brewing's Caffè Americano is made by adding vanilla and Tampa-roasted espresso beans to formidable double stout base. The coffee they're using is from Buddy Brew. And yeah. Nothing more to say about this one other than we're going to crack it open and we're going to pour it and we're going to have a great time drinking this. I hope anyway. Wow, that was really on there. More so than any other bottle really that I've opened recently. So let's give this a nice pour. Oh man, that's pouring out like motor oil. Going to give it a nice hearty, hefty pour here. Yeah, so yeah, wow, that looks beautiful. Holy fuck, does that look beautiful. So that pours out a pitch black, opaque black. You cannot see anything through there. Maybe a little slight ruby red tinge here at the bottom, but not really. I'm just making that up. Super dark brown head, about a finger of, it just looks so creamy and luscious. This, listen, I don't really care too much about appearance. I spend about 10, 15 seconds on it. I could just sit here and look at this beer all day because this beer looks absolutely beautiful in the glass. It looks like, if every Imperial Stout or Stout in general looked like this, I would want to drink every single one of them. Didn't matter what it was. Yeah, that looks beautiful. Anyway, let's get a nose. I almost just duffed it. Ooh, that coffee's big. So that coffee is on the nose, very acidic, almost like berry-esque notes from it, but it's sharp. It's a sharp espresso coffee on the nose. And I don't sit here and pretend to know anything really about coffee, but can definitely tell a quality coffee as opposed to a non-quality coffee. And this just screams quality off the top. Yeah. As this opens up in the glass, really deep, dark chocolate notes, 50-60% cacao bar. You know, still slightly sweet, but mostly bittering, just straight up cocoa. Touch of vanilla, kind of lost in here. It seems like the coffee is the predominant note in the nose. Definitely has, like, I don't know, I'm trying to, yeah, a little bit of dark fruit in this one. A little bit of like a dark cherry, but not a sweet dark cherry, just like a straight on dark cherry that's almost like tannic. As it's opening up, though, it's becoming a bit sweeter. Like those darker 50-60% cacao bar notes are turning into sweet dark chocolate in general. It's almost a marshmallow vibe, too, on that last one. Wow. So that might be the vanilla. Man, listen, this has been on my fridge for over an hour, and it just smells like a beer for me. It's not like overly aggressive in any way. Maybe the coffee's a bit aggressive in your face. It just smells very cohesive in the nose. It smells luxurious. It just smells very inviting. So I want to get into it. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, it's fucking delicious. All right, first off, 12%. I can tell it's a bigger beer, okay? A little bit of alcohol vapors into my nose. A little bit of astringency on the back of the palate. Not 12%, maybe 10, maybe 11, but not 12. But definitely you can tell this is a bigger beer. Man, this is... First off, I would argue, and this is probably an argument I'd lose, but I'd argue that Paul over at PA Brew News would not think this is thin. This is straight up full body. This is thick. This is syrupy. This is everything you want in a 12% Imperial Stout as far as the body is concerned. This is not thin. This is not thin. This is big, chewy, thick, syrupy, great. The mouthfeel, soft, creamy, smooth, pillowy. It has to be that vanilla. It could just be the fact that it's a huge stout, but like I'm chewing it almost. That's how thick and viscous this is. Yeah, great body and mouthfeel. The taste, nose kind of follows suit, but there's more complexity in the taste. This has like a nice, I don't know, vanilla latte kind of taste to it. So you have the big espresso beans. It's acidic. It's roasty. And then there's a little bit of berry, but that vanilla is mixing in with it. And then you're having, these dark cherry, almost fig raisin-esque notes pop up. Big dark chocolate, sweeter dark chocolate. It finishes with a really nice semi-dry finish, a slight bitterness on the back end. I feel like there's a little bit of a hop bitterness in this one. Could be the bitterness maybe from the coffee a little bit. There's like a fudgy, almost like fudge brownie component to this one too, which, oh man. Despite the fact I can taste the alcohol a little bit, and it's a little bit, a little bit of fusel alcohol kind of get in the nose and it's warming in the chest and stomach, I'm still going back to it and drinking it down because it's so fucking delicious. Like that doesn't even distract from my drinking ability. The drinkability. I don't have a drinking ability. Terrible at drinking. I don't even know. I'm surprised I can even drink on camera, right? Yeah, it's just, this is fucking tasty. Wow. So many times you get let down by people talking about so positively about a beer, or it gets so much hype or whatever. I'm not saying this beer's hype, but I've heard a lot of good things, like I said, over the last 3 or 4 years. And then it shows up, it's on the shelf. I think this has been on the shelf for a couple weeks locally. Like it didn't sell. I think $12.99 for this bomber of 12%. What the fuck? That's crazy. That's a crazy good price. So, yeah, there's really not a ton of negatives here other than maybe alcohol on the palate. And I want a little bit more vanilla, I think, out of this one. I think I'm getting enough coffee. But that said, rating on the Caffè Americano from Cigar City Brewing, give it a high 4.5, low 4.75. So let's say like 4.6, 4.65, somewhere in that range. This is a delicious beer. If you get Cigar City in your area and you can get your hands on this, and like I said, in my area it showed up. It's still hanging out on the shelves when I went to the bottle shop this past week. When you see this review, it's going to be, I want to say like a week, 10 days from when I'm doing this review. So it might not be on the shelves locally here anymore, but if you do see this in your area and you get Cigar City for, I think I paid $12.99. It might be a little bit more, but $12.99, it wasn't more than 15 bucks for a 22-ounce bottle of something that's 12% and has coffee and vanilla in it. This is well worth every single cent. Like I said, low 4.75, high 4.5. It's a fucking delicious beer. Not much more to say about it. Yeah, anyway, review's done, so go home, bye. No, appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review, and until the next one, cheers.